Hey, welcome back, welcome back. So, I am back as I said, as I just gave a shout out to give a heads up to subscriber Grace to let you know that your reading on Hero Finds will be coming up. So, to Grace, this is your reading, and so you wanted me to do a reading on Hero Finds Tiffin pertaining to his connection with his girlfriend, Tiana Sinclair, who is a non-celebrity, so she would not be popular by the public, by the general public, like he is. And basically, you wanted to know the current energies between them, the dynamics, and any other future connections with them. All right, so we are going to tap in and see. And before we get started, right quick, Hero Finds zodiac sign is a Scorpio, so he's a water sign. And interestingly enough, Tiana Sinclair is a Pisces, so she's also a water sign. So they both have and share the same water element. All right. Hero is 25 years old. I don't know how old she is. I'm pretty sure she's around his age, if not younger. But they are both young. And speaking of that, I pick up their energy is very petty, out of sync. Now, Grace, and anyone else who comes across this video and who's interested in this rumor, now I want to start off by saying this haven't happened in a minute, where I was struggling trying to figure out what is going on, because it seemed to be a lot of out of balance, weird vibes. Not that it's good or bad. No, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's very scattered. And a lot of times us readers, when we do certain readings of celebrities or whoever it is or whatever the nature of the reading is, right? And anytime we get more than one message, which is happening here, where I'm not getting a clear, strong message about their energies, it's like I'm getting two to three different messages. And when that happens, that can sometimes make us pause and kind of really meditate and really try to interpret, or as I mentioned before, trying to connect the dots to see what could be going on with this connection in terms of, you know, what kind of relationship is this is. So follow me here. I'm going to do my best to try to give you some possible scenarios. So in one aspect, I feel like Sinclair, Tiana Sinclair, who is rumored to be Hero's girlfriend, I feel that, one, she may not be a girlfriend, that he has her as a friend, but a good close friend, and she just happens to be a girl. Okay, that's one aspect. Or if she is his girlfriend, it is still like a relationship that is maybe a platonic type of relationship. So don't know if they live together. I'm just picking up intuitively what I felt and sensed, and then we're going to go into the cards. So if she is his girlfriend, I feel like it's more of a maybe a financial type of benefit to maybe Tiana in terms of Hero helping her, right? As I'm looking at the cards, I don't know if she recently moved or if he has helped her in the past to help her move until she gets stable enough, right? And or if they happen to live together, which I'm not sure if they live together. It's still where it's more of a type of weird type of relationship. And sometimes when two people are in a relationship, it's not like a relationship. It's almost like friends with benefit, if you will. There you go. So that is one aspect. It's almost like friends with benefits, right? So he contributes and helps her out financially, and then with her, maybe she helps him out in other areas, whatever that may mean, and that he sees her as that. So that is one aspect of what I pick up. And then, like I said, in one aspect, it's just that he just has her as a friend that he is cool with. And I believe somewhere, and you may have mentioned it, where they have been friends for a long time, perhaps I think since childhood, but they go back in terms of their friendship. So this is what I'm saying. And so if that is the case, then it's almost like he sees her as family, like someone very close, right? But again, I pick up a very, very like kind of immature type of silly type of vibe between them two. And then it's almost like maybe they had an infatuation. And so you know how that goes when if you are young, if they were young, and they were friends back when they were younger up until now, maybe in the past, they might have had some like an infatuation or a crush. There you go. So as I'm flowing, it's like I'm picking up what it is I'm trying to see. Thank you, Spirit. So it's almost like they might have had a crush on each other, or there's some type of infatuation that they may have had in the past, right? But if they have evolved into where they are calling each other, girlfriend, boyfriend, I still wouldn't put too much emphasis on that, because I'm not picking up like it to be anything deep like that, even though it's out there that he has a girlfriend, but I just think it's just by name only, but there's nothing that is going to come out of it. There's nothing more. And I think the media and the public are putting more into this connection between Hero and Tiana, if that makes sense. That's what I'm picking up, all right? So let's jump into my tools. That was my intuitive twist on what I felt and sensed after coming and getting so many different messages behind their connection. So the cards that came out, this was a 4-card spread. And just to show you that I had to kind of clarify, because I'm going to give you the initiating energy that came out, to clarify those energies, and then I had to go back and clarify again with another deck. So that goes to show you, like I said, I really very rarely have to do that. But that just means, like I said, that it's a lot of scatterness. It's kind of not what you may think it is. So they may have the public to think it's this, when actually it's just this. And I feel at the same time too that Hero, I think there's a deliberateness with Hero when it comes to this connection, because it's almost like he knows how the media is. They go into a frenzy. He knows, that anytime a celebrity is linked with somebody, whether they are in the spotlight or a non-celebrity like Tiana, it's like they jump on that and trying to make something more than what it is. And that's what I'm strongly picking up. So when I say that he's deliberate, it's almost like he deliberately maybe, have them to think whatever he wants to think, in terms of what might be going on, the drama link, or is this the case? Is he dating? Is he with this person? Is he with this? So I feel like he plays with them. He plays with the paparazzi. If and when he's seen with her, I feel he plays with just the media, because it's like, y'all have nothing else better to do, which he knows that this is a part of the territory. But I just feel that because at the same time, we do have the Page of Swords sitting on top of here, right? The Page of Swords is the card of surveillance when it comes to spying. So in one aspect, I feel that when it comes to the media and the public, this is where the Page of Swords come in at. But it also takes on another perspective, and I'm going to mention that in a minute, okay? So let's talk about the cards that came up. So the first card is the 5 of Wands. We got the Chariot, which, by the way, will tap into their energy, because the Chariot is connected to the sign of Cancer. So that kind of synchronizes with their element of water. And then we got the 10 of Cups, which definitely is them, because they both water signs. Cups is associated with the water element. And then the last card in the 4th position is the 2 of Pentacles, okay? So interestingly enough, with the spread overall, we had less of Cups energy that will connect with their signs. We got a lot of Pentacles, Wands, and a little bit of Swords. So it's a combination of all the elements. But whenever I feel, it doesn't have to, there's no set rule that depending on the reading that the person's energy have to come out. It doesn't, because then it's just all about the energy. But I feel that the less that we have of that energy, or barely there, it's taken on another tone, okay? So going back to the first energy of the card of that Five of Wands, clarifying in that is the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Swords is, in one aspect, the Two of Swords is blocking, but it also can be someone at crossroads. Twos in tarot always is associated with making a choice, a decision. And sometimes if you are conflicted, because the Five of Wands can also indicate inner conflict. So remember when I mentioned a few minutes ago that I felt that heroes sometimes can be deliberate when it comes to the public, when it comes to the media. That was one aspect of what the Five of Wands could represent. Doesn't have to be. But then the other twist of things, it can also be that either hero or Tiana is at crossroads in deciding if they are in a relationship, right? And they are together. That one of them, however, is conflicting between staying with each other and going somewhere else. And why I say that is because sitting smack up on the top of the deck is the Ace of Cups. And this could be either one of them because cups, like I said, is associated with the water element. Both being, him being a Scorpio, she's being a Pisces. So we know aces of any suit marks a new beginning, a new start. And because it's cups, cups is generally associated with love, right? And because we are kind of centered around that theme of their relationship, I feel that this can go either way, whether it's hero or his quote-unquote girlfriend, that somebody is looking elsewhere. Now, going back to that energy of the Page of Swords, the card of surveillance, spying, looking, somebody is looking towards someone else, okay? I don't know who, because like I said, they both coming up. So it could be her or it could be hero, right? So this is one of those things where we have to kind of see how that play out. But somebody is observing and looking at someone else from afar. So outside of their connection, there obviously is someone else, okay? And clarifying these energies of the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, I'm sorry, not the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, because the Two of Pentacles, again, for clarity, is juggling, making a decision. So one of them is juggling and continuing if they should continue with their connection or should they go toward somebody else that they might have been observing and spying on. And then clarifying in that energy the overall meaning of these energies, we got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is being stressed out, right? It's having, if you will, that inner conflict within yourself. It's almost like, what do I do? It's like, do I stay or do I go? Because after Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is kind of almost looking toward they are done. Now, in terms of the reason, if they are in a relationship, did someone feel backstabbed? Is someone feeling backstabbed as to why maybe that their connection would dissolve in the near future? Okay? Because the Nine of Swords somewhere, even though it didn't come out, but somewhere the Nine of Swords always give you an indication, a glimpse into what might happen, which is the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is an ending. But it's due to that somebody have felt betrayed, deceived, or maybe strung on, particularly in this scenario. So again, it could be either one. Do hero feels this way or will feel this way? Because I feel like currently this might be kind of beginning to play out, but in terms of the overall outcome, it might be another minute. So they might be together for another month or two, but this is look like how it will unfold pertaining to this connection. All right? So I hope I explained that clearly. And then now moving over to clarify the Chariot, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles deals with wealth, money, possessions. Now, when I mentioned about that Chariot, right? The Chariot is an energy of movement. It can also be a movement, like a big change in terms of relocation, moving, right? Depending on what it is and how the flow of the reading is going. So remember earlier I mentioned that Hero don't know if he helped her in the past to help her move, right? So if they are not really like together, he might have helped her, because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very financially stable, who has the money, and that will be him, right? And he has, or he's in a position to help, to be generous. So has he helped her? Is he helping her? And the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving energy. It's about stability. So in one aspect, is he helping her to get back on her foot until she's stable enough? That's one aspect, okay? Or this could be that they are not seeing the relationship for the long haul, because the Knight of Pentacles is also something that is for the long haul, the duration of something, a duration of a job, a duration of a friendship, a duration of a relationship, right? So in this essence, are they feeling that this relationship in their life together is going to, if they're in a relationship, is it going to endure for the long haul? This is what is being questioned by one of them, okay? And then to clarify those energies, we got the Four of Wands, which deals with the home, which deals with togetherness, deals with a connection, right? So maybe one of them are feeling, if they're in a relationship, and I have to keep saying that because I'm picking up that they may not be what the public may think they are, okay? So if they are, it's like, are we going to continue on with this connection? Or, again, going back to the energy of the Page of Swords and looking at that Ace of Cups, you know, somebody is going to look to move away out of this home, this location, and go somewhere else because they are watching and wanting to start something new with someone else. So this is like, again, a glimpse of what could possibly turn out. Now let's move over to that Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is also somewhat like the Four of Wands. It's about family. It's about the home. It's about happiness. So if we are looking at the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, that is at a crossroads, we're looking at the Two of Pentacles as having to make a decision, right? Then that will represent then that if they are living together, are they really happy? You know, that also can mean where there are times when they have good days and there are days where they're not having good days. But again, is there like an outside distraction, right? Because the Ace of Cups can also represent a distraction outside of the home. A distraction that one of them is looking somewhere else. All right? So I hope that makes sense. And to clarify that, here we go. The Three of Wands and the Eight of Swords. All right? So again, remember I have more than one message. So in one aspect, this could mean, like I said, the Three of Wands is moving away. Two of Wands is somewhat like the Two of Pentacles, where there is a decision that has to be made. Any twos in any deck, tarot deck, is always about thinking, planning, having to make a decision about something, a person, place, or thing. And in this situation, somebody is planning perhaps to, like I say, move on, because this illustration shows this person has left and moving on, waiting for their ships to come in. Okay? And then over here we have the Eight of Swords, which is restriction, having no free will, feeling trapped, feeling tied down, right? So again, the question is, are one of them beginning to feel a little too restricted, a little bit like it's too much, that it's where it's feeling like maybe things is going too much, where it's more than what they bargained for, and it's like somebody's looking to pull back? Don't know. It can happen that way, right? And then to clarify that, we got the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is success, recognition. It's also being seen, but it's also in relating to going back to that Ace of Cups. This is somebody that is in fact moving on, right? And at the same time, this is somebody that, remember, going back to that Five of Wands, since we're at the Six of Wands, this is somebody that was confused, in conflict. So obviously, for them to move on and to be happy about moving on, they clearly have made the decision. And this could be Hero or Tiana. Now, as we wind down and close out, the last card we're going to clarify is that Two of Pentacles, which is that juggling, having to make a decision. And clarifying that, we got the Temperance and we got the Star. Okay, two majors that came out that is going to clarify what the Two of Pentacles is. So the Two of the Temperance, the Temperance is about perseverance. It's about patience. But also, as we move over to the other major arcana of the Star, it's about a wish fulfillment. Okay? It also, you can say, taps into the energy, even though the Star is connected to Aquarius energy, but the Aquarius is connected to the water bearer, right? He carries the water cup. So it's like, again, when you're thinking about, if one of them are thinking about who is it that they really want, it's like a struggle. It's like they have been enduring, but it's almost like a realization to say, if they are in a relationship, am I with the person that I feel will overall make me happy for the long term? Am I really, is this connection is just based on infatuation? Is it just a crush? That could be the question, right? But that's what I pick up. And then to close out, to clarify those energies, we got another major. So we're closing out with a major in terms of what could be the projected outcome is the Judgment. The Judgment is having made a decision, because going back with the Two of Pentacles and actually showing up twice, right? Because it came up twice in the spread. This is some serious juggling, which means that somebody is really trying to make a decision, and might have, like I said, have been maybe at the same time, been hiding their true feelings as well, because, Cups deals with the emotions. So maybe somebody have been deceiving somebody along, thinking that, they care for them and love them, which I don't say that they don't. I feel like they do care, right? About them, about each other, but I just feel that it's just not what the public makes it out to be. And if they are in a relationship, I don't think it will last long, because on top of the deck, like I said, we got the Ace Cups followed by the Six of Wands, and then look what we have here, the Lovers. So there's definitely somebody else, and the Lovers is also considered a choice, having to make a choice between two people. And that might explain why the Five of Wands came up, because there seems to be somewhere internally, there seems to be some type of decision that has to be made, but has been suppressed by either Hero or Tiana. All right. So again, like I said, nothing is set in stone. I think I explained it the best way I could, Grace, and anyone else who comes across this, I'm going to be curious to find out what you guys think about this in terms of what I feel and sense and pick up about these two. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's something else? Have you heard something else? Does it make sense? Let me know, because as their energies is conflicted, I felt the confliction in trying to figure out and connect the dots. So I hope I did, and I hope I addressed your questions there, Grace. It may not have been what you wanted to hear, but I have to go with what I feel, and then as well respect what my tools highlight for me in conjunction with what I feel. All right, so if you did like this reading, send some fire to that thumbs button to give me a like. Drop me your feedback and let me know what you think. And until the next subscriber's request, which should be coming up for tomorrow, as I am going to wind down my night and go get my grub on, I hope all of you have an amazing Tuesday. Peace, love, and light, and thank you for watching. Namaste.